Oh man, it's cold up in this place. It is cold up in this place. Can I say that? Yo, what's up? This is Sensei. Today we're going to talk about some real talk. I mean, on this channel, pretty much all of our talks are real anyway. But behind me, you see my cut from Iron Bread MC. A lot of you guys who have been paying attention know that I was not riding with Iron Bread. And we're going to touch on a couple of things, whether you're a part of an MC or a part of a family or a job or business. The things that we're going to talk about today is going to all intertwine with each other. So don't click away because you see me talking about a club, because this will apply to many other things that we have gone through or will go through. So I'm going to start off with, what is it like to leave your motorcycle club? What is it like to do that? A lot of people's not talking about it. People are not keeping things real enough. And I'm not gonna go into club business, but I'm gonna speak about things and you make up your own mind of what you think I'm saying, right? I feel like this video is important because I had to make a video the first time when I made the decision to leave Iron Bread, to step away from the club, do my own thing for a while. And it's now my duty to make a video now to update all of you, my Ride Fit Nation family, so you can understand what's going on. That way you don't have anything in your mind, okay? And you know, when I started thinking about joining a club, for years I've always been against clubs. I just wasn't a club guy because I've always been a very, 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 very loner, like a lone guy. I like to be by myself. I like to ride by myself. As a matter of fact, when I'm riding by myself, I'm at peace. I can move when I want to move, turn when I want to turn, stop when I want to stop, right? So I wasn't really big on, not even the club thing, but the group thing. I never liked being around groups. If I had a situation with somebody, I'm not calling a bunch of people to handle the situation. I'm the type of guy to go and handle it my damn self, all right? But moving many years forward, which brought me here in Georgia, on my birthday, which is June 4th, I'm at Falcons Fury. They're doing the Fury Fest thing. And there's all these clubs that's just riding in and pulling up. And a couple of days before that, I told my wife, hey, I want to be a part of something. I want to be a part of a group of men that's about something in society that does great stuff in the community. And moving back to the Fury Fest now, I see this group of guys coming down, rocking those cuts right there. And out of every single person, all the clubs that I've seen walking around, I wasn't impressed by no one. Something about Iron Bread stood out to me. All right, so moving forward, I have a video that's titled Rolling Deep with Iron Bread. I believe that's the title. And that was the first time that day I actually went there and spoke in front of the club because I wanted to be a part of the prospectship, right? To hang around and going through the whole process of being a prospect for the club. Now, I'm gonna move forward now. So now I'll go through the prospectship, love it, and I'll join a club. When I tell you that the men in Iron Bread is phenomenal, great down-to-earth men, professional, but like every other family, you're gonna always have the people who's kind of like, like, the hell, right? Every organization has this. No big deal because I have a family. It's the same thing. No family is gonna be perfect, not one. So now, I go through the situation, I become a full patch member. If you don't know what a full patch member is, it's when you get that top rocker, which represents the name of your club. You get the bottom rocker, which represents the city that your club represents. And you get the mid rocker, the mid patch, which is the symbol of your club. Now, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm excited. As time went on, I'm not happy, I'm not excited. The hell? What the heck? And as things move, I started feeling away. And I'm like, and it's nothing negative. I don't want y'all to start thinking nothing. Get the Sons of Anarchy stuff out of your head if that's what you're thinking, right? So I made the decision to step away from the club. Like I told you guys, I'm not going to speak club business personal to you. I'm just going to give you my little ways around this stuff, right? Because I take that very serious, by the way. So I step away from the club. I made the video that I had to step away from Iron Bread. And the reason why I made that video is because I'm around many other clubs. And the way the set works, it can be a little finicky. So I wanted people to understand I'm no longer riding with the club because there are things that you do as an independent rider that is not protocol. And I don't need other club members saying, damn, Sensei ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. So it was my duty to make sure that I put that information out there. It goes deeper, and all my club people will understand what I'm saying. If you're not a part of a club, you might say, man, that's some childish stuff. No, it's not. Everything that you do, you go to work every day, right? Every job, you have rules and regulations that you have to follow. You're a grown man. I'm a grown man. But no, we all got things that we need to follow. You join any organization. You go to church, same thing. You have rules you need to follow. So I made that known. Now, during that time, when I made the decision to leave the club, it was one of the hardest decisions for me to make. It wasn't just, well, I'm gonna get up and just gonna leave the club. And no, it was hard, but it was also easy at the same time. And what I mean by that is this. It wasn't an emotional choice. It was a spiritual choice. And you guys have probably heard me say multiple times that I listen to my spirit when it's time to ride, when it's time to this, when it's time to that. And spirit said, yo, step away from that club. Step away from the club. Give yourself space. Give yourself time. Work on you, which is exactly what I did. Now, a lot of people would leave their club. They go out bad, or they badmouth their club, or they hate their club and all that. Not me. You guys never heard me badmouth my club. As a matter of fact, I always tell y'all, if I ever get back in a club, it's gonna be Iron Bread. It ain't gonna be nobody else. I'm not joining nobody else, right? Because I'm always gonna be Iron Bread. I just know that I need my space, and I'm happy I did that. So what is it like to leave a club? Well, here's the thing. Number one, you don't really feel, you don't feel good. You really don't. Like I get my freedom. Yes, I do. I get freedom with certain things, right? Not having the patch in the back. This patch carries a lot of weight. It really does. It carries a lot of weight. For all of y'all in the MC world, you know the difference between a 99% traditional, you know the difference between a 1%, you know, RC, you know, SC, you know all the differences, okay? This carries a lot of weight. And there's certain things on the streets, you gotta respect certain things. You gotta move a certain way. When I'm free, I'm like, yeah, let's go, whatever. But at the same time, I like the weight that it carries. I like that. I like being sensei. My club named me sensei for a reason, right? Even though I am an actual sensei in real life. But my club gave me that name, and it means a lot to me from the brothers who I respect. So I felt away. I didn't feel the best. It was a lot of things going through my thought process. And guys, we're having a real talk here. I'm gonna ask y'all, that's the part of the MC, if you could relate to what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Put it in the comment section, let me know what's up. Everybody have their own journey they walk through, right? Everybody. And I felt like I betrayed my brothers to a certain extent, because there's a whole lot that goes behind me stepping away. But that's just how I felt in my heart, right? I also felt like I left the stones unturned. It was a premature decision, but then it wasn't. I'm giving out my mind, so just bear with me. Then it wasn't, because once again, Spirit says to do it, so I'm gonna do it. It is what it is. Take it for what it is. Then I also felt like the what ifs. What if you had stayed? What were some of the things you could have done to enhance the club? What are some of the things that you could have done to create the solutions rather than being a part of the problem, right? So all this stuff is going through my mind. But in all of this, I'm still enjoying my time. I mean, you guys see my videos. Y'all know I keep things 100% real on this channel. And I was really, really enjoying my time. But the whole time, I'm still missing my club. I'm still missing my brothers. I'm talking about the real brothers. I'm not talking about just the guys who wear the patch. Because everybody who's in a club knows that not every single person in the club is gonna get along with each man. The patch is beautiful, but I'm talking about my brothers, the ones who I built a genuine relationship with. And you might be saying, but Aren't they your brothers anyway? Yes, but there is something different when you are rocking that same patch that you work so hard to acquire and you let your damn thing go. What the hell is your problem, right? So you going through all of this stuff. So moving forward now. So now I'm connecting with a lot of my peoples who's a part of other clubs, and I'm visiting different events, and I'm still missing my patch. I'm like, I feel awkward. I feel weird. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it's kind of like the patch is the badge of honor. It is the badge that you and other people can sit and relate together. Now, I'm not saying that I can't relate to people without my patch, but I can relate to my Ride Fit Nation people without my patch because we're not a club. But when I go to, let's say I'm talking to my peoples from Regulators, I'm talking to somebody from Rare Breed, right? Or I'm talking to my brothers from Iron Bread, or I'm talking to Outcasts, or I'm speaking to people from Thunder Guards. I mean, whoever I'm talking to, I'm speaking to different people. I'm speaking to people in California. The relations that we have as club members is something that binds us together in a way that most people won't understand. So that is the things that you feel when you leave a club. Now, some people leave a club because they really hate their club. They can't stand their club. Maybe the club is doing stuff that they just don't go along with their spiritual belief system, their sexual belief system. They don't go along with your financial systems. Maybe the club is just a racist club and they find out that they're not racist. Or maybe the club discriminates against white people and it's all black, or whatever it is. People have their own purposes, right? Maybe the guys in the club, they cheat on their wives all the damn time and bring their side pieces all the time, and you deal with your wife and your wife thinking you're doing the same crap as them. You know, there's a lot of reasons why people leave clubs. And I leave it up to you. Y'all know me enough to know that those are not the reasons. So what I did was, instead of pointing the fingers and staying in the club and not feeling happy, I took the moment to work on myself. And any finger pointing that I was doing towards my club, I started pointing the finger back to me. You know, when they say you point the fingers at somebody, you got the 3 fingers pointing back at you. I took that to heart. And I'm gonna tell you, I stayed with my club, even though I laid my patch down for the moment. And there's a whole lot that went behind that too. I didn't lay it down like most of y'all would think. It's a different situation. Like, it's just different. I'm not gonna break that into details, but I was still connecting with these guys on phone calls. We still hung out. I still went to events. It was kind of like I was still in the club, just to have the patch on me. And the whole time I'm working on me. And I want you to relate this to your relationships with your spouse, your relationships with your jobs, right? If you're an employer, think about your employees. If you're an employee, think about your employer. You know, everything I'm saying related to your life, not just the club. That's why I said in the beginning. I started thinking about myself and what are some of the things that I do for years that I've known, and where are my weak points? What do I need to work on, right? And it made me think about my wife. My wife and I, when we got married, we've been married for 20 years now. And the first 2 years of our marriage, I found all the reasons to leave. My wife and I broke up 30 days straight. It felt crappy, but we needed to do that because that's how I'm built. I'm weird. We needed to do that. I wanted to see how I felt. And we had legitimate reasons to separate, but it didn't feel good. Now, you can't get my wife and I away from each other. You crazy? Ain't no breaking up. Only God is gonna come and break us up through death. You feel me? That's it. But my point to you is this. The same thing happened to me with the club. The same damn thing happened to me with the club. I had to work on myself, my character. I had to look deep into myself and understand, where am I going wrong? And I'm gonna tell you where I'm going wrong, and I want you to apply this to your life and listen to me very well. I was spending too much time looking at the what ifs, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, looking at the negatives, looking at they're not doing that, they ain't doing this, they didn't say they was gonna do that. And instead of me looking at the more positive and saying, I'm doing that, I'm gonna do this. Oh, look what he just did, that's great. If you look at the negative and you look for the negative, you're gonna get a lot of negative. If you look at the positive and you build on the positive, you're gonna get more positive. Will the negative still exist? Yes, but you're not giving it that much energy. You see? So 7 months As a matter of fact, I left the club on my birthday. June 4th is when I left the club. June 4th. I think today is like the 28th of January. So we got June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Yes, 7 months, okay? And I just missed my peoples. I really did, which is a good thing because, yo, I'm telling you, the way I'm built, the way my mind works is this. If I'm not coming back to you, if I don't miss you, if I'm not thinking about you, then you ain't nobody to me. You ain't nobody. The same thing that applied to my wife. But if I find myself thinking about you and willing to work things out and willing for us to get back together in that circle, as long as you can have me and I have you, we're working together. I'm with it. And that's what I went through in the club. Now, some people don't feel that way. They feel like once they leave, that's it. Now, that could be ego. That could be pride. Man, I ain't going back to nobody. But well, deep inside, do you really feel that you don't want to go back to nobody? Or is that just the ego talking? Because, we got to figure that out. So moving forward, I set up a meeting with the guys. We all had a beautiful conversation. We conversed well. And the topics were real. The topics were emotional to an extent because there were things that were said that needed to be said from the mouth of me and from the mouth of other members. And at the very end of that meeting, I was voted back in the club. I was voted back in with no issues because remember, I didn't leave out bad. I didn't leave out with a negative tone. I didn't do anything. Like I said, it was a soft leave. And I'm so happy to be donning my color back again. I'm so happy. When I tell you this, my mind is now more focused than ever. My mind is now ready to start to recruit brothers who really want to come in the club because now my mind is clear. I'm able to see what I want to see. I was doing intake with Iron Bread before, being up top, but I didn't feel good in my spirit, so I couldn't do intake. But now the idea is now to start promoting the club, showing a lot of the fun stuff that we do, bringing back more rides, more community events, doing more brotherhood stuff, having events at my house like I did last year. Y'all got to see the bike reveal that we did right here in my crib, doing dinners and breakfasts and lunches and cookouts, going camping, doing the things that the club should be doing to have a good time with brothers because, life is already rough as it is. So we don't need more problems within the club on top of the problems outside the club. Now, every club has issues. If you're a part of an MC, you know damn well your club got issues. Every club has issues. But I'm going to tell you right now, it feels great. Now, you're going to have people who's going to say, man, you left the club, man. You ain't committed. You ain't this. That's people's negative mindset. I'm a big believer in second chances. And sometimes, depending on the situation, I'm also a big believer in third chances because we all need to grow in our own shoe size. We need to grow in our pant size. We need to grow in our spirit. We need to begin to look at ourselves and reflect. And it was a beautiful thing for me to stand in front of my brothers and look each man in their eyes face to face and express my emotions and for them to listen and zone in and really take heed to the stuff that I was saying. The relevancy of an MC, it is very, very fickled because of the interpretation that has been created by the movies and TV shows. And a lot of people from the outside look at all clubs as the same. It's kind of like a white person who experienced a bad thing with a few black people. They will probably think all black people are the same. Or a black person that experienced racism from a few white people, they're gonna think that all white people are the same. And it's not the truth. Now, do you have bad seeds in clubs? Yes, you do. You've got some clubs who they move more like a gang rather than an actual club. But I can't speak for those people. And you got the ones who are very cocky and very arrogant. I can't speak for those people. You know me, and I'm always the same. Patch or no patch. This is just my nature. I'm designed like this, okay? So where am I looking at moving forward? Well, where I'm looking at moving forward, like I said, is to work now on developing Iron Bread, building Iron Bread, bringing Iron Bread into the future with my brothers. We're doing it all together. And I feel a sense of calm. I feel a sense of relief. I feel a sense of urgency as well, because spring and summertime need to hurry the hell up and come. It needs to get here. I'm riding in the wintertime, but I need that to come, because not only am I riding with my club, but I'm riding with other clubs. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff. The Ride Fit Nation group me thread is growing a lot. A lot of the brothers and sisters in the group me thread, we got rides coming up throughout the whole summer. And if you're not a part of the group me thread, be a part of the group me thread. Every time that we're gonna do stuff and we're riding, I'm gonna put it out there, whether I'm doing it with Iron Bread or I'm doing it with us, I'm doing it. If you're part of a club, join, because we're gonna all ride together. The whole key is bringing that love back into the set. I am not open just to black people. I'm open to white people. I'm open to women as well. It's not just a man's thing. No, the whole purpose here, guys, is showing you what transparency is. And transparency is exactly what I do on my channel every day. I put myself in front of this camera, hoping to be able to touch somebody and let somebody think, damn, if Sensei is doing that and he's able to put this on the camera, I should be able to look back into myself too and be able to reflect back and figure out what should I be changing in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe you need to stand in front of your family. Maybe you need to stand in front of your wife, or stand in front of your husband, or stand in front of your kids. Maybe you need to apologize about something. Maybe you need to express something and get it off your chest. Maybe you need to say F you to somebody. Whatever it is, just get it done. Don't waste time. Life is too damn short to be sitting back and being angry with each other. That's the whole purpose. Like me, I'm all about love, man. You see me in the streets, I don't think anybody on this YouTube platform has beef with Sensei, because I'm just not that guy. I'm not that dude, man. Like, yo, you come to me with some beef shit, don't get me wrong, I'll probably f you up, because I'm not gonna get f***ed up by nobody. Excuse my language, but that's just the facts. But I'm probably gonna f you up and then smile and do 25 push-ups together. I don't know, or maybe you might beat the schnicks out of me. Hey man, let's do some push-ups. I'm not pulling guns. I'm not pulling knives. I'm not into none of that. I'm too old for that. I might be like a young spirit, but I'm old, man. Okay, one more year, I'm 50 years young. Okay, so I ain't got no time for all that back and forth nonsense. I really don't. And speaking of back and forth nonsense, you know, this is it for me. The one time that I did with my club, this is it. There's no more back and forth. This is it. I had to make that decision. I had to make that decision that was best for my spirit and best for the club. Because if you're negative and you bring negative in the club or in your family, you're not doing any justice to any of that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my wrap. This video is long enough. You guys now understand. I'm back in the club. I'm back with Iron Bread. Let me bring this over here. You get to see my patch. You get to see my name, Sensei. Now I could rock my Sensei and feel strong, rather than when I had it on my other vest that wasn't my patch vest, right? And then of course I got my Jamaican flag, you know what I'm saying, representing. And then I have my Spartan American flag. And then I just added my 0 mile marker. Let me know if you guys went down to Key West. And then I'm gonna get the Ride Fit Nation patch. That's coming very soon. You guys are gonna want it, but you're gonna have to earn the Ride Fit Nation patch if you want them. I'll tell you how you're gonna earn it, but the patch is gonna go right here. And then of course, this is what I did. This is what I earned. This is my patch. This is not another patch that was given. This is my actual patch that was given to me from day one. And that's what I mean when I said it was a soft leave. It wasn't something aggressive. You feel what I'm saying? And it feels really good, man. It feels good to be back here at home where I belong. Now, some of you guys have negative mindsets in clubs. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you how to feel. It is what it is. But for me, this is my thing. This is my thing, all right? I even had a point where I'm like, man, I guess the club life ain't for me. But I was wrong. It is. It really is. And thank God for the time that I took to get to that point. All right, let's keep on getting these miles. Let's get that money. Let's get the muscle. Leave those comments. I want to hear what you got. Keep it positive. Let me know if you're in a club, if you can relate. Did you leave your club? Or you thinking about going back in your club? Will your brothers accept you back in a club, or your sisters? Do you feel like you jumped the gun too soon? Do you feel like you did it the right way, the wrong way, or you out bad? You know, are you thinking about joining a club? You know, if you're thinking about joining a club, you're in Atlanta, whatever, you know, give me a holler. Let me know your thoughts. I might be able to help you out with that too. So this is Sensei. I'm out. Peace.